So today I'm going to talk about pictures and how they have power. This is based on science and history, but also based on my personal understanding of art. And so please bear with me. Some of these are my own opinions, but also some of them are based on science. Pictures have power. Hi, my name is James Ruddle, and this is my channel. I'm gonna give you the old cliche phrase, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Yeah, it's a cliche phrase, but I think it's so true. For creators, I think it's very important for us to realize that pictures don't have power unless people see them. And what I mean by that is we can draw something or create something in our sketchbook or create a video. But until people see it, until people actually see it on a mass, on a whole, they don't understand it. It has no power. Let me tell you a story about this last week. So 3 weeks ago, I painted this mural of Bianca Andreescu called She the North. It had some power. It was a great image, and our student body loved it. But the picture became way more powerful when CBC News got a hold of it and started to share it. And then I was on CTV. And then I was on CBC Radio 1 with Jill Deacon on her Here and Now radio show. And what that did is it shared the content, shared the image, and it got all kinds of people understanding the concept and the power of the image. It's a very simple image. It's a portrait of Bianca Andreescu. But it has a bold statement that says, She the North. Now, that wouldn't be powerful if it was just another tennis player or if it was just some girl at my high school. But because Bianca Andreescu and who she is created value to it, and the power of the statement causes one to think and a whole nation to back her up. The story, the picture, represents hope and light, and Bianca Andreescu represents something to the next generation that we all have the potential to be successful, to succeed, to do something great if it's in our dreams and we're willing to make the sacrifice. But the power of the image was not there if nobody saw it, if it wasn't shared, if it wasn't on national news. And so it's very interesting to think that images do have power, but they have power if they're shared and other people make connections to them. Now, I'm going to give you a couple stats. People remember 10% of what they hear, 20% of what they read, and 80% of what they see. So if that's not a statistic that makes you as a creator want to create more and to make a powerful image, then I don't know what will convince you. But it's so amazing to think that we can see a picture and we can read a picture 60,000 times faster than a book or text. It's amazing how as soon as we blink our eye, we can actually understand what an image is saying and maybe the power of the image. But I think it's really important for us to realize that as creatives, we have the power to change the world. We have the power to make a bold statement. We have the power to do something that causes a group of people or a whole nation to see the world in a different way. As a result of this piece that I did for Bill Crothers Secondary School, I'm very happy with the power that the image has created. I'm glad that it has gotten the attention of a whole nation. But I don't know if you have to think about that every time. That's not going to happen all the time. This is sort of a once in a lifetime or a once in a million sort of image. But I just did a piece last week that was called Algonquin Dream. And I feel like it has almost the same effect while it's a landscape and while it's very simple. The video that I'm going to show you tells a story about our country, about the wilderness, about our landscape, about the beauty of our country, and how Algonquin Park has actually captured the attention of artists, of musicians, of poets, of writers, of people all across the world because of how wild and free and serene and beautiful it is. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you like the message of Algonquin Dream.
Algonquin Park, so wild and free, you've got a lariat on me. Its forest aisles and temples grand, immortal shrines not made by hand. Oh, Mother Nature, hold my hand and guide me through this mystic land. And let me know and understand why this paradise was planned. On rugged hills, the towering pines nod in the fragrant ozone winds, bearing pine-laden zephyrs of health to cheeks that wore the shade of death. Algonquin's lakes and rippling streams, haven of rest and soothing dreams. On this the master stamped his brand and christened it God's Fairyland.
Pictures have power. The power to attract, the power to persuade, the power to sell. But don't just take my word for it. I think there's statistics to back it up. And so I was looking at New Style Media, and I was just looking at some of their statistics. And one of the stats they have is that people remember 10% of what they hear, 20% of what they read, and 80% of what they see. If that's not a statistic as a creator that you want to use in your own work, then I don't know what will convince you that pictures have power. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you watch, I hope you share, and I hope you stay tuned for next Friday.